read a quote this week that changed me. It said, "All anger is nothing more than an attempt to make someone feel guilty." And I thought, wait, is that really true? In fact, it is. I thought of an incident that happened just that day. I was mildly angry. I would just stay a little frustrated or miffed or indignant. But really, when it comes down to it, I was angry. I'm going to be away on retreat for a few weeks, so I needed to get ahead on my work. I'd already completed the following Sunday's tasks, but I went to the office to work on the next 3 Sundays when I'd be gone. Our ultra-responsive pastor was aware I needed them in advance, but alas, no new bulletins were ready. Darn it! I texted the pastor about a couple of other things, and of course couldn't resist a little snipe about I was hoping the next bulletins would be done. Why? To make him feel guilty. He texted me right back saying they'd be on my desk the following morning. But my next big work day wasn't for another week, and that last day would have to be reserved for the monthly newsletter and the monthly accounting activities and reports that had to be done at the last minute. He had foiled my plans. But then I remembered that quote, "My anger is nothing but an attempt to make him feel guilty." Well, that's not very enlightened of me. Do I really want to be someone who makes others feel guilty? I don't. Before I had the revelation, I would have passed off my righteous indignation without a second thought. But this did make me think. I never asked him when to have them ready. If I had, he certainly would have. And an almost 3-week vacation does warrant a little extra time up front. And it was no problem using my time to get ahead on the other necessary tasks. What about when the teacher doesn't teach the way I want and has annoying speech habits? I hate that, and I'm going to put on a sour face. I want to make him feel guilty that he's annoying me. The printer's not working, so I'm talking to tech support on the phone. I want to make it very clear to the rep that I feel frustrated and angry, and they should feel guilty that they work for such a shoddy company causing me misery. What about my relative who voted for my arch enemy? I hope she someday gets a brain and feels guilty about what a loser she supported. What about when I lost my keys again and I beat myself up for being so incompetent? I want to make myself feel guilty. Oh my gosh! It's true. Whenever I'm angry, I devolve into blaming someone and wanting them to feel guilty about it. Is my anger justified? No. In fact, and this is a hard one to swallow, it never is. Not even for social injustice or environmental destruction or violence. If we're conscious, anger is a helpful indicator that signals that we have thrown our loving divine self under the bus and our ego self is now driving that bus. Our egos want to be right. We are the good guys and they are the bad guys. They are to blame and we are the victim. Oh well, when you look at it that way, no, anger isn't justified. Acceptance is needed first. Whatever is, is. There's no use resisting it. It won't make a bit of difference. It just causes us stress. The bulletins aren't there. The teacher says right after every other sentence. The relative did vote for that guy. And my keys are missing. Rather than extending guilt, we can practice acceptance, compassion, and understanding, and we can take constructive action. Just because I don't get angry doesn't mean that I condone these things. Ideally, from a peaceful place, I can take inspired action to help myself and others shine that divine.